Nairametrics released a, should I call it an expose or a deep dive? What should we call it now?
All of them
It
article
works.
Yeah, they published an article
story.
about how loan apps in Nigeria have been forcing their agents to onboard users or give the users that didn't apply for loans. So, Bolu,
Yes.
take it away.
So, yeah, according to the Nairametrics article, loan apps are now forcing people to take loan by force, even when they don't need it. Right? It was a very interesting story, and it was the people working in those companies that were revealing these things. Talking about the kind of targets they needed to meet. Right? So what they did was that they give them targets of 30 people must borrow money today, whether they need it or they don't need it. So targets like that, and then they now give them phone numbers. I think about 217, right? And you have to call everyone and make sure that you meet your target. Really weird stuff, right? I think some of those companies, there was Palm Credit,
Express Cash.
there was Express Cash, there was X Cross Cash, there was Easy Buy.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, I think Palm Credit is Palm Pay, right?
Is
it Palm Pay?
I don't think
I don't think so.
Okay. So I was wondering, where do they get these phone numbers? Then I'm like, there are sales tools that give you contacts of people you could actually sell to, right? I know for emails, but I don't know for phone numbers.
I mean, people could. So almost every loan app that I know about, you have to impute your phone number. So just for sign up, and sometimes I just sign up to fintech startups or fintech apps for just to do small research. So that's my phone number going around, and a lot of people have it.
Could it also be possible that people who haven't signed up are getting called?
Of course, someone was about to scam me during NYC. Nigga that I had not know from anywhere sent me email. Sorry, text message you. Hey, you've gotten a job as blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think that went round.
I had to call him.
So it's really weird, and that's not the only thing they do. So it's not just forcing you to take loans when you don't need to take loans. They also lie to you about interest rates and things like that. They tell you the interest rate is 8%, and then at the end of the day, if you borrow 100,000 naira, you'll be paying 170,000 naira, which is like 70% interest rate, which is absolutely insane.
Sorry.
You need a minute, sir.
No, I don't need a minute. I'm just trying to understand how we went from 100 to 170%. So sorry, people that are watching you probably do math better than me. 8% per annum, right?
It wasn't stated, right?
So
but
that's the problem now.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because if it's per annum, then we can easily.
But they are short-term loans, so I'm pretty sure it's not an annual.
No, short-term loans are done like that, and then there's I don't know what it's called, but they will tell you.
Loans.
Yeah, and the thing is, the shorter the loan tenure, the higher the interest rate. Why am I saying exchange rate? But the shorter the loan tenure, the higher. Let's not get sidetracked.
Yeah,
anyway,
but it's still very it's still criminal when you tell me my interest rate is 8%, and then I discover not even 70.
That's like
as high as
borrowed
70.
80k or 100k, and you're paying back 170k.
I know, and I'm thinking, what exactly is the exchange rate? What's the loan tenure? Because that's what determines this. The reason I'm saying it, you've used the loan app. I have used the loan app, and I know what the numbers look like. You could probably borrow 20,000 naira, and you're paying maybe 30,000 naira back. 25,000, 30,000 naira back. So if I borrow 80,000 naira and I'm paying maybe 100 plus K, it probably is similar. So that's what I'm asking. What was the loan tenure and what was the interest rate that they offered?
Let me just read. I think a quote from I think one of the agents said. So he said, "Easy Buy sales scripts trains agents to pitch a percentage as low as 8% to customers, whereas customer that applies for 100,000 and chose the repayment tenure of 6 months pays back over 70,000 naira as interest,
I wish you had a loan calculator
which
from maybe
is
standard.
70%. So let's say it's 8% every month. Is 8% every
You're
month
supposed to
for
pay
6
8,000
months?
naira.
Hmm?
I said you're supposed to pay 8,000 naira of that 100k.
Yes. So if we calculate that over 6 months,
8,000 times
yeah,
6.
just an assumption. Right?
Yes.
48k.
Eh?
48.
So why are they paying 70k?
I think I get the point. They are pitching one what do you call it now?
You're pitching a particular interest
interest
rate
rate
and
Mhm.
doing something else.
So 2 things. Yeah, let's start with the phone numbers that they are getting. I think this has been a problem for I don't know how long, where you wake up one morning and you realize you have an account with a bank you never stepped into.
Which happened to me recently.
Yes.
I didn't know who signed me up on Palm Pay.
Yeah.
I didn't know who signed me up on Carbon.
They
So
signed you up
that's-
on carbon too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ah.
I've told you there is identity theft.
You did it, but you don't remember.
Carbon is possible. I know that I did not sign up on Palm Pay.
If you check through your emails, yeah, you could go find out. But the truth is that it's not a new thing. We've heard stories like that. But this is also kind of similar to what banks have been accused of in the past, where they give their employees targets, they have to meet these targets, and often these employees have to employ underhanded tactics, like maybe, okay, you know what, Gracious, take this form, share it to everybody in your WhatsApp group, and then you just collect it, you create accounts. Things like this happen. People could get access to phone numbers anyhow.
They basically
Or-
did that to me during NYC.
Exactly.
This lady came up to me and was like, "Oh, we have this kenny. This it was supposed to be a savings kenny, so I'll pay a certain amount every month." By the time I finished paying and I wanted to collect my money, it took 3 months to get my money back. 1, 2, they took out some part of the money, telling me that I was supposed to pay a
Service charge.
certain something that I was not told about when when I started. So like it's just something that they usually do.
I
Like
mean, I don't understand why is the FCCPC was trying to clamp down on them.
uh-huh.
Because
I'm
why are
even
you forcing
wondering
me
why
to take
FCCPC
loan
has
when I
not
don't-
said anything about this.
So that's where I was going to. Force. When we say force, what is force? Are you cajoling them?
So
Because you can't
here's
force me to take a loan.
so
Except you're wiring money into my account
so
without my permission.
there's something that I really found interesting. So apparently there's an automatic loan function on the app.
Okay.
So these agents have access to this thing. So they can actually turn on a loan for you.
And then there's no way that I can prove that I did not do that.
Yes.
Well, some network providers that will not be named, you guys have tried to be smart with me. You'll be using your phone, the next thing you see is blah, 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 blah. Click yes. And the way the prompts are arranged is in a way that's my right hand.
Mm-hmm.
So if
If you
I
just want
just
to
see
get it out
and
of
I
the
want
way.
to get it out of the way,
Just
and click it and my 5 naira. I want you to let people know that you have failed so far and you will continue failing for a very long time. But yes, moving on. It's that see, this is an unethical practice here,
honestly.
and we keep on talking about this like almost once a month, because it's a serious problem in a country like Nigeria where a lot of people need credit and they don't have a lot of credible ways of getting that credit.
True.
Yeah.
It's a very serious problem, and I don't know how it can be solved at once. I don't even think it can be solved at once, but really,
Yeah.
it's important that it's solved, because someone's life could go south.
And we've actually seen it happen outside Nigeria. I mean, the whole 2008 financial crisis in the US was
Mhm.
something like this, right? People that you know very well should not be taking mortgages,
Mm-hmm.
right? You try to
You
convince them to. I mean, you convince them, right? We might say you are not guilty of anything, but I mean, if you think about it very
It's
well,
unethical.
Some
It's
people-
not even.
not everybody has this financial acumen, right? But because of, and then the whole economy collapsed because of that. So something is.
Where I even see these things, I don't know how those guys are getting their licenses or whatever it is they are getting that allows them operate. Because here's the thing, right? You are a business person. You're not the Kini Mafia. You're a business person and you want to make money. If you give me a loan and I cannot pay you back, bro, if you like carry my non-existent family out,
I don't know. There's
Why?
some. I'm not. I wish I was very financially savvy, but there's something with debt that helps some people make money. Right? I saw something like that when I was learning about that financial crisis in the US, right? Where it doesn't even matter if those people can pay back or not, but somehow
You want to show
Is
that
there
your
a
loan-
commission,
your loan
blah, blah,
book
blah?
is
yes,
increasing or
and
something.
there's a way they can sell debt again.
Yeah, you can
Stuff
sell that.
like all those kind of things. So maybe, but I think it's not the same thing with this
Anyway,
Nigerian.
I'm very, very sure the FCCBC has seen that. And,
Yes,
yes,
they,
and
they
they'll
should
be acting.
respond.
you should be at their doors.
Yes,
Yeah.
You not get away.
they've been up and doing.
Hopefully something happens. So before we move on to the next story, so something else caught my attention in that story. So apparently some of these guys decided to protest.
Some of you guys,
The agents,
okay.
they decided to protest, and when they
the
tried to
streets?
like maybe they went to protest in the company's
know,
of
like,
headquarters. So they tried to protest. When the company got wind of them trying to protest, they told them they had to make them sign an undertaking that they would try to keep the peace, blah blah blah, etc. Some people said they are not going to sign the undertaking, and they went ahead to do their protest. 7 people lost their jobs.
Normal.
I'm not surprised.
So like there's a lot
you want
of
the-
things
you want
wrong
the
in that
They
They
entire.
fired people for not even meeting the target. So you can imagine, I'll just turn loan for like 50 people every day just to keep my
Can
job.
even be recycling it. I'll give you 5K today, give you 10K tomorrow.
Nah.
Very-
At
You
the end of
guys-
the week.
You guys should go read the story. There's a lot of things like making people like. So sometimes the target shifts. Today they'll tell you it's 30. Next week they'll tell you it's 70.